So I had this idea, instead of making the turbo fit to the old dump pipe, which started off at 5" out of the turbo but ended up going through that hole there at 3.5 inches, which isn't really big enough for a V8. I decided, what if I could get a 5" dump pipe out the guard? So here we are. I bought a 5" donut and hole saw, and there we are, 5" out the guard. It exits there, clears the brake caliper by about 20mm, clears the chassis rail by about 10mm, and that's where I'm at so far. So I've decided I'm going to build a whole new exhaust system. So now I'm reducing it back to 4.5. So the dump pipe's going to come out there at 5" and then reduce to 4", and I'm going to make a full 4" system all the way under the diff, because the old system with the new diff, the old 3.5 system, hit on the diff at full droop, it didn't clear it. So I had to modify that anyway, and then I just decided, well, why not just go bigger? So here we are. So I've just cut that piece of pipe. I'm going to see how that works. Bought some exhaust hanger brackets. That's the exhaust hanger bracket there. And we're going to put that pipe, that reducer, and we're going to make a 4" system after that. So now I'm going to weld this reducer to the 5" pipe. I should be back purging this because it's stainless steel, but I honestly could not be bothered doing all the setup that you need to do back purging. You got to block off both ends, you got to set up a second gas feed to fill in behind. It's a lot of muck around. You get sugaring at the back, inside if you don't, but honestly I really don't care that much. So I'm just going to weld it. Alright, time to lay some beads. I much prefer to weld aluminium over stainless, that's for sure. Okay, so here's the finished product. Turned out okay. And if you look in there, you can see the sugaring I was talking about. If that had been back purged, it'd be nice and smooth in there. It wouldn't have all those lumps sticking out, and if you touch those lumps, they're actually quite rough. So I might clean that up with a die grinder, but if I can be bothered. That's the second half of the dump pipe fully welded. There's a slip joint there, it slips onto the first bit. Now I just got to put a hanger bracket on it, and then it's onto the exhaust. Well, it's finished. Starts there. Comes out there, down there, under the floor. There's the hanging bracket I made. So from there you see it's got a reducer down to 4 inch from 5. So now we'll be making the 4 inch exhaust.